Well, City Lines helping you fight the lines that come with age. Our entire audience will take home Nivea's Q10 Plus Anti-Wrinkle Pearls for smoother, younger-looking skin. And we'll draw this gift basket after the show today as well. So let's get to some questions now. Lee, I know that you have a question for Sharon. What would you like to ask her about?
Well, we just want to know what color to paint the door and what to do with the porch area.
All right. Well, I had a chance to chat with Leah before, and it looked to me like the wood was in fairly good condition, but she said it's kind of worse for wear. So she was considering painting it, but I suggested instead to use a solid stain. So you get that look of paint, but at least it's not slippery, it's easier to maintain. And I thought, you know, it just kind of looks like the house is floating a little bit to me, so I thought to ground it with a darker color. So I had looked at a solid stain. I was going to show it to you upside down, but I won't. I will show it to you right side up. Briarwood is a nice taupey gray color, and I thought that would look nice. It'll, you know, it won't be too dark, so it's still easier to maintain. I always like floors outside that are the color of dirt.
Yeah.
It's very
keep it consistent.
Keep it consistent. It's very practical. You don't have to be cleaning all the time. So I think briarwood is a good solution. But for the door, okay, I've got my new favorite red. Every year I have a new favorite red for doors. This year it's rosy apple. I want something that makes a little bit more of a statement, a little more punch. So, but it's still a little bit more on the brown side. Like it's not too bright. So I think that'll look fantastic. And she's got white siding, so it'll really pop.
I like that actually a lot. You know, it's interesting because I think the thing to kind of also remember is that you always need to have a darker color to ground a space. And because you seem to have a lot of outdoorsy around you, I like the idea of doing that terracotta because instead of doing a black or a gray, you're right, it really kind of keeps it consistent with the ground.
Yes. Yeah, and it is going to pop. It really will.
It will, yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
So very pretty.
Beautiful.
I just love the fact that we can actually get outside and paint our doors now.
Yes, it's
Hallelujah.
true.
Tis the season to get out there for the paint
true.
projects because you have to, it takes how long? How long does it take for it to dry and all that stuff?
You usually want to, well, you want the weather to be a good 10 to 15 degrees, especially if you're doing wood.
Yeah.
And you want that to be consistent. So with a stain, you could probably get away, that's a waterborne solid stain, you could get away with doing it, it'll dry in the day, and you probably will only need one coat.
Yeah.
And your door though, you got to keep the door open a little bit while you're doing it.
Right.
Benjamin Moore has a new paint, Grand Entrance, which is the real high gloss that we haven't had before, and I think that would look fantastic. Same thing though, put a little bit of Vaseline on the edge when you have to close the door, which is my trick, which sounds really weird if I'm not showing you what I'm talking about. But you know when you close the door and the rubber seam,
I know what you're talking
at the
about.
end of the day, and that just stops it from sticking. So
yeah,
good trick.
You know you live in a good country though when you can just leave your door open for 24 hours.
If you can do that, even better.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to break. More coming up. It's Home Day.